Let's start by identifying all of our current assets. So cash will be a current asset. I'm going to put a check mark there. Inventory, again, something we expect to move within the next 12 months. Office supplies, we expect to use those in the relatively near future. And accounts receivable, we expect to collect those in the next, hopefully, 3 months or less. Equipment, building, and land, those are PP&E assets. So they're long term. They're not current assets. Scrolling down, let's look at Danielle's liabilities. Account payable, that's a current liability. We expect to pay in the near future. Salary payable, same deal, current. Interest payable, also current. Then we have bank loan and we have mortgage. Those are long-term liabilities. They won't be due anytime soon. Now we're in a position to calculate Danielle's current ratio. And after we calculate the ratios for 2020 and 2021, we can decide if it's improving. So we're going to fill in everything we've identified as a current asset up in the denominator of this equation for the current ratio. We will have $1,500 in 2020 for cash, and we will have $2,500 for inventory, followed by 1,000 in office supplies, and 500 in accounts receivable. So those are all your current assets written up top. Now we're going to move down to our current liabilities for the 2020 year. We'll start with 1,000 in account payable. We have 2,000 in salary payable, and we have 2,000 more in interest payable. So we're going to add across the top and add across the bottom and divide the numbers by each other. We should get a current ratio of 1.10. So make sure you try this calculation. You will need to know how to do it on your calculator for your exam. Looking at 2021, going through the same current asset mentioned above, we have 2,000, 3,000, 1,500, and 500. Down at the bottom, again, nothing has changed. We still have the same current liabilities from last year. 4,000, 3,000, and 1,000. Once again, adding the denominator and dividing it by the sum of the denominator, we'll get a current ratio of 0.875. Now, even more important than calculating the current ratio is making sense of it. We've had 1.1 last year, and we've changed to 0.875 this year. Well, if you think about the current ratio, it's your current assets over your current liabilities. And typically, a business prefers to have a higher current ratio. So they aim for 1.3 to 2.0. And in this case, we've gone down. So did the ratio improve in 2021? The answer is no, it did not. Now let's look at the debt ratio. So I'm going to scroll back up here for a little bit so you can see where these numbers come from. Total assets are just the sums at the bottom here. So everything's been added up for you. It's going to be 508,000 for 2020, 510,000 for 2021. The liability numbers also come from the bottom. These are summed up at the bottom, 310,000 for 2020 and 318,000 for 2021. So let's just plug those numbers in and see what happens. So 2020, we had liabilities of 310,000 and we had assets of 508,000, which gives us a debt ratio of 0.61. 2021, same deal. Our liabilities went up and our assets also went up. And now we get a ratio of 0.62. Okay, so in our last set of calculations for the current ratio, our number went down from year to year. In this case, our number went up. Well, we have to ask ourselves, is it a good thing? The debt ratio has liabilities up top and assets on the bottom. And generally speaking, we prefer a smaller debt ratio. So it's not a big change, but at the same time, it's a change in the adverse direction. And so we will say that no, the debt ratio did not improve in 2021. So that's it for your Chapter 4 notes. Make sure you try the homework as well as the quiz, and I will see you in Chapter 5. Goodbye for now.